That was a treat. That you can't look at body clues in isolation, but I remember looking at these books very early on in my life, carried me through to today. When I went to the Johnny Depp Amber Heard jury trial, I mean, first of all, I had no idea what I just walked into, honestly, because I was living in a bubble. And when I stepped out and I started reading these complete strangers, at the time there were 9 and then 7 went back to deliberate. 9 strangers sitting in a box who you can't just, after the day is over, 5 o'clock, be like, hey, I'd like to talk to you. You can't do that. But I was looking at them and I'm like, well, this is interesting. Like, I'm watching them look at the witness, and I'm watching the witness, and I'm looking back at them. And I noticed like certain patterns that I've seen over the years that I've applied to my own trials and my own juries and my own witnesses, but I never really went public with it because nobody ever asked. Nobody really cared. And I didn't care to share, but this was this huge explosive thing. And I just started saying, you know what? Let me tell you guys what I feel that is happening, but I'm also going to do it without adding my own personal lens on it. I'm going to give you raw footage. I'm going to use my eyeballs as cameras and Twitter as my megaphone. And I'm like, when, witness said this, juror number 7 kind of scratched their head, or maybe like stroked their chin, or maybe leaned backwards, or maybe fell asleep, or maybe leaned forward, whatever the case may be. And now the world, and this is what the world told me on Twitter, Larry, you brought us into that courtroom with you because there are no cameras on the jury. So my introduction to really letting the world know of how this stuff is done and how it can be done, because apparently not everybody is good at it, as I've found out. There was a Chanley Painter, no offense, Chanley, but she tried to copy me. Like the last 2 days of trial, I think her exec was like, this motherfucker is gaining a large following. You need to start doing that so you can get some following too. There must have been, So she did. She started doing the exact same thing. If you go back, I always challenge everybody, like, go to Chanley's profile before like May 27th of 2022, find one tweet, one of her doing what I was doing. You will find exactly this many, because I looked, there aren't any. And she started doing that because it was, but she wasn't doing it in the same way. She had her own style, like, because she doesn't have my eyes, my experience, even though she is an attorney. But I don't think Chanley has ever tried a case. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think she has. And then Ian Runkle tried to do the same thing. And I think Rob from Law and Lumber, he tried to do the same thing. And they all had their own various like different styles. And I'm not shitting on them by any means. But people told me, this is the people, not me. They're like, Larry, where are you? We want you back. We want you to do it because we're not getting the same stuff from these people, right?
If Amber Heard has fans and stands, everything is possible. Everything is possible. It's natural. It's natural. I'm sure Megan is jealous of Amber. I'm sure.
Well, listen, man, thank you so much for coming. Don't forget, by the way, subscribe to Jesus's channel. He is the body language guy. Muchas gracias. All right, my friend.
Gracias, Larry.
Till next time.
Till next time.